I'm going to teach you full professional underpainting. I call this stage the pretty clown. This is the old school red carpet version of this technique. I'm starting off with the thick moisturizing mask. This is the original Ombre Elise Lait Creme Concentré. This is an essential step to reduce the skin looking crinkly or textured. This is especially important if you have dry or wrinkly skin. I remove the excess so we're not too greasy, and I prep the lips with a nice thick lip balm. This is the Mecca Lip Deluscious Original. I'm ready to paint. Let's talk product. Professional underpainting isn't just a case of putting your normal concealer and bronzer under your makeup. If you put normal concealer and bronzer underneath foundation, two things are going to happen. Number one, it's going to tend to disappear, and number two, it's going to move. This means you either end up seeing no difference with the underpainting or with a muddy, cakey, messy base. You need a very pigmented, grippy product that stays in place. My faves are the Crayola TV paint sticks, the Rem Beauty concealer in the pot, or the RCMA foundation adjuster. I love that I can make any skin tone with this. Color choice for your highlight color should be at least 2 shades paler than your skin. I like the W range in Crayolan for this, and at least 4 shades darker for your contour. I like mine quite dark because I want to be snatched. This is N1. I'm going to start the underpainting with my lightest color, and I'm going to carve out what I'd like to call the superhero mask. Scott Barnes actually says that the lightest color is the most important part of underpainting, and I completely agree. Anywhere I place the light is going to glow through the makeup and project forwards. You can also do the body if you'd like. I'm ready for the dark. I've got a Scott Barnes 71 brush, and I'm going to paint the cheekbones on where I want them. I see a lot of people placing the contour up here, and there are some face shapes that can wear that. But if you have a long lower face that's a bit fleshy like me, you're actually better off placing your contour a little bit lower. I like to think of this as like makeup surgery. A cheek lift here, a chin implant there. Jaw contour needs to go behind the ear. If you have a little jowl like me, make sure to draw straight on it to reduce it. You don't want to go around the jowl, you'll make it look worse. I don't like this line to appear rounded. If I go straight on it, it's going to reduce it more visually. I'm going a little lighter on the forehead. This is CN. I prefer this color warm like bronzer. I'm blending slightly with the leftovers from the light brush. A touch of color corrector just where I need it. Nearly forgot, little collarbone. And a little on the lips as well. I like to map out the blush at this stage as well. This is L'Oreal Lumi Blush in 605 Bright Dewy Pink. You don't have to do blush now. We're going to do more at the end, but I find it helps to map the look and counteract any pigment spots on the cheeks. If you've done everything correctly, you should look like a pretty clown. See how my bone structure already looks more proportional? It's like we're drawing on the slightly hotter version of you. Most important instruction, do not blend this stage. The amount of blending you can see here, that's it. I want to see stripes, I want to see clowny, I want to see distinct sections. The reason for that is we're about to do foundation over the whole lot, and we still need to see the distinct shapes. I'm using L'Oreal True Match 3.5N, 2N. I've got a little bit on a palette, and I'm starting with the body. The brush is a Scott Barnes 68. I find the dual fibers allow me to lay the foundation down very, very lightly, so I'm not disturbing the underpainting too much. Look at the glow. Very small amount of makeup, and I'm going to start to work onto the face. This is the darker color, and I work it on the perimeter first. The trick to the blending stage is just not to use too much product. The underpainting's doing the work as far as coverage is concerned, and the foundation is just there to kind of knit it together very, very lightly. It's like you're folding in the egg whites after you've just beaten them. You don't want to be too tough or you undo all the good work you just did. There is barely any product on this brush. I'm picking up the tiniest bit of lighter foundation, and I'm going to start to work the lighter areas of the face. I like to switch to a smaller brush to just pat everything in. See how that lip contour is blended, but it's still working. What's wild about this technique is the incredible instant glow it gives the skin. The underpainting glows through the makeup. Doesn't look stripy, doesn't look fake, just looks like very beautiful skin. I like to let this air dry, so I'll do my eyes. Pixie eyeliner pencil, highly recommend. I like to smudge them out for a subtle eye base. We're doing Westman Atelier on eyes. The base is ready to be set, so we're going to come back to eyes at the end. For under eyes, I'm using Westman Atelier Pink Bubble and just using the tiniest little squinchy bit to stop things from moving. This is surprisingly brightening, so be careful where you place it. I'm lightly setting with a bronzer on the perimeter. If it's air dried, you should be able to do this without it streaking. I have dry skin, so I don't like to use translucent powder everywhere. If you have oily skin, you might want to matte that puppy down. For my oily, sweaty sections, I'm using Huda Beauty Cherry Blossom Cake. I like to do sides of nose, middle of forehead, chin, anywhere you get really oily, sweaty, or shiny. Let's finish those eyes. Mascara. And some pink blush because I love it. This is Dior Rosy Glow. Tiny bit of highlighter if you want it. I love between the eyes, above the brow, and just on the temple. I don't need a lot because the glow is glowing. So there we have it. Full professional underpainting, no filter, no edits. I feel like I need to go out now, like take it for a spin, you know? I'll pop all the product deets below. Gorgina. Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.